What's going on, everybody? Real quick, let's talk about balance in Multiversus. So of course, this has always been consistently a very important topic. Very passionate topic too, as players are usually really into their characters either getting buffed or of course other characters getting nerfed. Now, when it comes to that, I have a question for you guys, and please let me know, because I'm going to be asking a lot of questions throughout this video. When it comes to balancing, nerfing or buffing a character, what do you normally think about or consider when asking for either? So a lot of the time I see that players typically will ask for things to be nerfed, not typically because the move is broken or has no counterplay, but because they just rather it be nerfed so they have an easier time versus said character they're struggling with without exploring options for counterplay. Now, on the other hand, you could say that people also ask for buffs for this exact reason. I'm losing to said character. If my character was a bit better, then I could beat that character, right? So this isn't even Multiversus specific. This happens across the board for pretty much all games that have a competitive centric around them. Now, going past that, what do you guys typically, or what is your thought process when you start to believe that something is a bit too strong or something needs to be better? Because honestly, I want to know how other people think, right? Not everybody is a pro player. Not everybody has aspirations to go pro. Even casual players can still ask for buffs and nerfs, because at the end of the day, they're still playing the game and their struggles might be a little bit different from the competitive scene struggles. So it's very important to actually encompass those as well when you are making decisions such as that. Looking at Multiversus, right, and looking at the roster, especially over time, I think, funny enough, and I might get a lot of shit for this, but I think in terms of the cast and what we have now, especially compared to other games and their own balance issues, I think for the most part, there are a lot of characters that are going the right direction, and there are a lot of characters that are balanced. Could they be better? Absolutely. Are there characters that are crazy? For sure. Jake and Finn being notable talking points when it comes to that. But then I also have to think about this. If a character is good, does that mean they have to be nerfed? If a character is winning, does that mean they have to be nerfed? And if a character, I want to say, is popular, does that mean they have to be nerfed, right? Because a lot of the time, and I've been seeing this with Multiverses, that when a character wins tournaments, right, automatically there's this outcry for nerfing the character, which pretty much diminishes the efforts of the player automatically, or the players controlling them, right? Most notably, this happened, I want to say, when, of course, Void and I won Evo, and Sandstorm and Light Wisp won, what was it, LTC. Now, the thing about that is, the recurring pattern is, Tom and Jerry at the time was already a character that was very strong. Did they need to be nerfed? Sure. Were they pick up and play? Absolutely not. At that time, there was only one Tom and Jerry that was able to perform with them at that level at all. And when it came to my Wonder Woman, that was pretty much the forefront of people finally realizing, wait, this character was pretty good, after saying she sucked for a long time. Then with Sandstorm and Light Wisp, it's unfortunate because while I do think that I've always thought Steven was really strong, I do think that he wasn't just pick up and play either. And of course, Sandstorm performing on Wonder Woman made people think, well, damn, we got to nerf Wonder Woman because she's winning. But was she toxically unhealthy for the game, right? That's the thing to consider. Now, we're kind of in this area where, and I'll just pull Jake. Jake has been Jake for a pretty long time. Even me, I was slow to pick up on how good that character actually was. But I see talks and discussions around his balancing where, sure, I do think that 100% he needs to be balanced, but I feel like at the same time, it is still diminishing the efforts of Jake players as well, because you have to also respect that those Jake players definitely put in the time with him, and given that he is a very easy character to play, I do wonder why a lot more people aren't picking him up to try and win with him if he's so easy to play, you know what I mean? This isn't really coming to the defense of Jake or diminishing anybody's idea of how good he is, because I think we all know how good Jake is. Jake is really good. Some of his kit makes you question things. And so As you can see, the team over at PFG are taking a good look at Jake and are starting to really hone down on what exactly about him needs to be changed. So I do beg this question: what about Jake do you think is fine, and what do you think about Jake should actually change? These are things that I think are really important, and as a community I want to open the discussion even totally around nerfs and buffs in general. What goes into your mind when you're losing to something in the game, right? This is before you even think about nerfs and buffs. Now, when you're losing to something, do you think you have a higher chance of winning it nerfed? Yes or no? Do you explore counterplay options? Who are the top 2 characters in the game that you think need to be nerfed? Who are the top 2 characters in the game that you think need to be buffed? Do you think there's a character that is overhyped? You know, do you think there's a character that's underrated, underexplored? These are the questions that I pose to the Multiversus community because I want to know basically just like the culture surrounding nerfs and buffs. What exactly is it? Clear as day, right? Because I have my way of thinking about the game. As you know, I was an advocate for Velma getting nerfed, right? But then, as you can see, majority of the competitive community also agreed that Velma was a character that was a problem and should be nerfed, similar to Bugs Bunny back when Bugs Bunny was crazy, right? So I do still think there is a difference between healthily balancing a character and a character being outright insane, you know, at all levels. So what I ask is, do you think characters necessarily also should be punished for just being good? You know, like, sure, this character's good, they have really good tools, but are they healthy? Are they oversaturating the game? Are a ton of players flocking to this character and finding success immediately? These are the things that have to go in mind when you are determining how to balance a character, why a character should be balanced, and just basically what path you're going to take to approaching such a topic. And yeah, that's how I think about it usually. And I really want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. That's why I made this video. Now, if it was up to me and I had to think of 2 characters that needed to be nerfed, I would definitely say Jake, obviously. And yeah, outside of that, I personally couldn't even give you 2. I couldn't. There are some characters that I think are really strong, but when I say nerf, I'm thinking of a character that really should get nerfed, like really. You could make the case for Finn. I know he's a popular talking point, but even I feel like, despite me fighting Finn and seeing how crazy he actually is, there's more I would like to know about the character before I go on a, okay, he might need some fine tuning. You know what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind, guys. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the end of the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Holidays are coming up. Hope you guys have a great one. Take it easy. Peace out. Deuces.